Hey guys, sitting with me today is Randy and Diane. They do stuff with TS Cinema here in town. I was hoping you guys could tell us a little bit about what you guys do and a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to be here. And we always love talking about what we do. I think we do good things. We both work at the Lincoln Central Neighborhood Family Center. We've been around now for starting on our 32nd year. We have what's called a neighborhood resource center that sits in the heart of the community that we serve. So we're located at 11th and Sycamore. We have about 30 programs. We do wonderful things in the community. We've started building homes. We've built about 5 homes in conjunction with some other organizations and so forth. And it gives people an opportunity to be first-time homeowners. Homes are gorgeous. They're built by the C4 class. We have a program called Bartholomew County Works that focuses on folks who have not been able to maintain employment, and for whatever reason, whether it's they can find a job, but they can't do what it takes to keep that job. They keep falling off the platform, so to speak. And so we have about 140 some folks working right now that have never been able to keep jobs in the past that are now working more than 1 year in the same job, earning about $22, $23 an hour.
That's
So we're
awesome.
proud of that, and that's called Bartholomew County Works. And then we do a variety of things that folks can come. We have counseling opportunities for folks. We do a lot of things that Diane could probably address better than me because I'm old and I tend to forget. Um, but about 21 years ago or so, we had an idea that would help us generate more income, but also help us do a good thing for the community, and that is open up a theater that had gone out of business. It was called Key Cinemas at the time, and so we had this idea that if we could open this theater, it could generate income for us, but more importantly, we could use it as a vehicle to teach people better workplace skills. And so, hence to today, we've got Yes Cinema, and it's starting about its 21st or 22nd year. It's doing well for us. It's our fundraiser. It's hard to find a date to have a fundraising event. So Yes Cinema's been that 365-day fundraiser for us. And so we have a lot of folks who work there, probably about 20, all part-time positions. And Yes Cinema is a great vehicle for downtown. It brings in a lot of people downtown. It helps that economy and so forth. And so we're just really pleased to have Yes Cinema. And especially we love hearing how much people love going to Yes Cinema and dealing with our staff and how clean our facility is and so forth. So we're pleased and we appreciate the opportunity to talk about it.
Right. So what made you guys decide on the theater? Like why nothing else? Like why not a golf, like a mini golf course or
Because
something like that?
because the theater was actually empty at the time, and I like movies, and I thought it would be a great way to train folks to be better employees. So it was just there. It was handy. It was not something we had to go out and reinvent. So the theater being there and being empty was not doing the community any good. And so we went in, we had the archaic equipment that we had to deal with and so forth. And so we transitioned now from all of that old 35 millimeter film and sound system to state of the art digital. Our sound and projection system are probably as good as any theater in the state. So we're fortunate to have been blessed by foundations, both local and statewide foundations that have helped us create a great experience for folks. And our ticket prices are still $5 and $6. So it's a very affordable quality entertainment.
Yeah. So whenever me and my girlfriend do like Get Cinema a lot more compared to AMC here in town.
Thank you.
It is nicer, it is cleaner, and then it is a lot cheaper than like everything else.
Right.
Being a nonprofit, we want to ensure that we are meeting the needs of our neighbors as well. And we know that, keeping our ticket prices and concession prices at an affordable rate is really important to allow people from all different walks of life to be able to attend.
Right. Me and my girlfriend, we have got 3 girls, so that definitely helps a lot.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I think the last movie we went and saw was like Bad Guys.
Oh, yes, that was a very popular one. We've got some great animated films this spring and summer coming that we think families are really going to enjoy.
Right. What do you guys think of old movies starting to come back in theaters?
I love old movies. My favorite. I still love watching black and white film. Noir films are probably one of my favorite things, but anything that's from the 40s and 50s, I really enjoy watching. I watch them numerous times and so forth. So I like it. I don't know how you feel about it.
It's really neat to, number one, to see them on the big screen, because in my lifetime, most of the ones I've seen were on a television set. And you miss so much, seeing a smaller picture. So when you see it up on the big screen and you can immerse yourself so much better. That's what we say about people coming to the movies. You could watch things at home, but you miss that experience of immersing yourself when you've got it right there in front of you. And I think a lot of our classics are able to do that. We've done a lot around, introducing classics to new generations. And most recently, we did a Lunch with the Classic series, because we have a catering company that we run out of Yes Cinema as well. And people can come in and have lunch and then watch a classic film.
Right. What's that called?
It's called Lunch with the Classic.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't get too creative on that one.
And we're getting ready to do another series of that. So I think we did 5 films the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't real, I don't think we did any of the real old ones. I think the oldest one we did was the Alfred Hitchcock.
Well, we had, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then
North by Northwest.
North by Northwest was the older one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's just fun to be able to expose people to different genres and periods of film. And I think people appreciate the fact getting to see, the evolution of film as well.
Right.
Hoosiers was the most well attended
mm-hmm.
of that series, and it was the last one we did. And
because it's the best movie ever, in my opinion.
It's a great movie.
I think my grandpa would agree with you on that. Yeah, so before me and my girlfriend got together, she said she only been to the movies like a handful of times.
Oh, wow.
And I basically grew up going to the movies, and I told her about the cinematic experience. Kind of like what you said. It's like you need a pop, you need to buy a pop, you need to like be plugged into the movies, because whenever you're at home, you can be on your phone.
Yeah.
Something had happened, you pause it, and you lose
mm-hmm.
the immersion of
You're right. You're right. Yeah, it becomes an experience. And when I was growing up and we went to films, it was an experience to get to go to the theater. It was a special thing for us to get to do. And so we try at Yes Cinema to make sure that we're giving a special experience to families and to individuals. We have all different kinds of, blockbuster films that we show for various ages, but we want everyone to have a great experience when they're there and not just watch the movie, but start from the time you walk in the door until you walk out, that you've got a smile on your face.
But you're right. COVID and streaming have hurt the movie theater industry quite a bit. We're told by our booker that Yes Cinema is one of the best twins meaning 2 screens, that our attendance at Yes Cinema for twins is among the best in the state. So we are reaching an audience. Now, it would be great to reach, we don't get a lot of teens. It'd be nice if we got more teens and young adults and so forth coming. But we get the little kids and the middle school kid age, and then it jumps up to the older crowd and so forth. But it would be nice to get a more diverse population in terms of age.
What all did COVID do to the industry for that?
I think it just made people want to stay home. They got accustomed to it, and then once they did, they almost got addicted to it, to be honest with you, and they wanted to stay home for everything. I think it hurt. It's hurt businesses, downtown businesses, in cities across the continent, really.
And Columbus is no exception. I mean,
Right.
our business neighbors downtown, we know that they have suffered quite a bit and looked at all kinds of creative ways to bring back audiences. And we're fortunate that, in the movie industry, it's starting to build back a little bit. It's not to where any of us want it yet, but we are grateful when there are, films that, there's some filmmakers, directors, stars who say they will only be in films that are released in the theaters first because they know that that's an important experience and they want to save the movie theater.
Right.
And as great as Netflix and Prime Video and all of those streaming services are, they're really good. It doesn't compare to the theatrical experience. In May, we'll be releasing the new Star Wars film, right? You can't. There's no TV. There's no home theater system that's going to be better, even closely relate to that experience that you're going to get if you come to the theater to see it. And that's true with every movie, really.
Check out those showtimes soon at yescinema.org.
Yes. Yes.
Really good plug.
Well, we're getting right. We're just waiting for them to release the. So what happens is when you book a film, then the movie studios tell you once you can put those tickets on sale. So very soon they'll be on sale and people will be able to buy them.
How does that work? Like, you have to get that approved and whatnot?
It is such an interesting process. Do you want to tell the process?
Go ahead.
Okay, so as Randy referenced, we work with a film booker, and he books theaters all over the Midwest, and he really gets to know your theater, know your clientele, and then we work with him. We talk with him almost every single day. He and Randy talk probably every day about what's coming, how our films are doing, what our audience is like. What films we would like to show. And again, as he said, with us being a twin with just 2 screens, we're a little limited because sometimes movie studios insist that you play their films a certain length of time. Well, if one movie says, if film company A says they want us to show their film 4 weeks, and yet we've got another really good one coming in 2 weeks, we don't want to lose that one. So it's really a dance to try to figure out, scheduling wise for smaller theaters. But then we work with our booker on what we'd like to show, and then he gets those contractual obligations worked out with the film studios, and that's everyone from Universal to Warner Brothers to Disney and more. And he works with all of those on our behalf and negotiates our contracts, and then he sends us those what's called terms, and that way we know then how much we will owe per ticket, which the majority of the ticket monies go right back to those movie studios, which is why the film industry is called the Raisinette economy, because that's how movie theaters make their money, is off of concession sales. So it's very important to us that when customers come, we hope you're going to come really hungry and thirsty and enjoy all of our concessions, beer and wine and pretzels and hot dogs and things, because that's where you can really make a strong impact here locally as well, because you're supporting families and individuals through Lincoln Central Neighborhood Family Center, and those concession sales make a big difference into that.
No outside food and drinks.
Yeah. And so once a film is booked, then those movie studios will tell us then on the day that tickets can go on sale. A lot of times they want a big build up. They know that audiences are excited for certain films to open. So they'll tell you when you can post those times. And then those tickets go on sale and we start selling them either in person or through our website. And then we continue to work with we have to report those numbers every single night, and the movie studios keep track of how many tickets there are. They send in secret shoppers. We know that we've had secret shoppers come in and count how many heads are there and compare it to the numbers that we submit. So we submit those every single night. We have to keep ticket stubs and everything in case we are audited by the movie studios. And then each week then we send off, the ticket money then back to the studios.
That is a lot.
It is a lot, yes. It's why there's a whole job, around booking films.
Right.
Yeah, our booker has a very big responsibility.
And with Disney, 75% of the ticket sales, so 75% of that $5 ticket goes back to Disney. Disney takes the most of anyone. And other studios take anywhere from 60 to 70%. So ticket sales do not really benefit us greatly. Concession sales, as Diane said, really benefits us. And as I know that movie concessions are expensive. everywhere. Ours are still the lowest price of any theater around. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
They
take
are.
pride in that.
They are the cheapest. Like, I think me and my girlfriend spent like $100 once at AMC trying to get stuff for all the girls.
is
It
that
was-
right? Wow.
It was nuts.
Jeez.
So
And plus you had to sit in the not cleanest.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's the seats are stained and whatnot.
Right.
They don't really.
Your feet
care.
stick to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think Disney takes the biggest cut?
Because they're the king of the,
That's fair.
yeah, they can do pretty much what they dictate things. They have way too much power. And if you choose not to participate, then you miss out on product. Now, Disney has not been giving us the best product of late either. There's a lot of reasons that people don't want to see Disney films, and so
But we're optimistic that this
I'm
summer
hoping-
we've got some good
yes,
ones
I'm
coming.
hoping that Disney changes kind of some of the things they've been doing and get back to doing things the Disney way. So that would be great. It would be helpful. So
Is there a certain studio, whenever you see they're putting out a movie, you get super excited about it?
Really, a lot of them, and especially the smaller ones. We love working with some of the independent ones. Angel Studios is a really good one that we've done a lot with recently. Warner Brothers is great to work with. Universal, I mean, it just kind of depends, but we get really excited when there's, a small studio or an emerging studio that we get to work with as well.
ideally, if you had lots of money and you didn't have to worry about big crowds, independent films are my favorite way to do things. But you have to have, the bottom line is you have to have folks coming in and purchasing concessions. So you need those big films to do that. And so last year, from about was it late spring until early fall, maybe, where the numbers were so horrible for theaters, or was it after? No, it was after the summer, actually, wasn't it? So
Like
it would probably have been
August.
from about August until the end of October. The theater industry was dead. Some of the worst numbers in history. And then December, we had a wonderful December. We had a decent November, but a wonderful December that kind of corrected the outcome for us. And put us in good standing throughout the year. But this year's so far started off really nice. I think we're going to have better movie options than we did last year as well. So we're off to a good start. We just hope it keeps up.
You had the new Avatar movie come out in December, so that probably
Right.
helped.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I think it's still out in some theaters too, and
That's
nuts.
possible. Yeah, it is possible.
Avatar is one of those movies, though, that really, where it brings a lot of the revenue in is through 3D and through the big screens and so forth. You might buy a $25 ticket there.
Yeah.
At Yes Cinema, our tickets for Avatar were $6. So it's a little skewed in how you look at how the revenue from some of these movies. So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What would you guys say is your favorite part about being in the theatrical business?
That's a great question.
Well, I think it's not just the movie industry, but anytime you can deliver a product, and I'd take this back to Lincoln Central. And with Lincoln Central, we have great programs, right? And they're all free. And we get to see what that impact it has on families and individuals, especially low-income folks. Anything from finding them a job, to building them a home, to providing counseling, to no-interest loans, to just doing all the things that we do, seeing that manifests itself into really improving people's lives. So it starts there, right? So then when you can have a business like Yes Cinema, where you hear all the time about how much they appreciate how clean we are. We can't compete with theaters that have 14 screens, but we can compete with theaters that have 14 screens if they're filthy and if they don't care about their customers and so forth. And we do care about our customers. We care about all customers, not the one person that's going to be there with their feet up on the seat or using their phone or talking too loud. That's not going to happen at Yes Cinema. We want everyone to enjoy the movie. So to hear people say how much they really like Yes Cinema means a lot to us. And it just is, it's a carryover though from how we do things at Lincoln Central. Did you want to add anything?
So to piggyback a little bit what you were saying, I think one of my favorite things is that we are able to take all the profits from Yes Cinema and invest them back into our own community. So it's something that we and our staff really take pride in is that any time you're there, you're doing good for others, and we hope that our customers take pride in that as well. So that's definitely one of my favorite things is that we're making a positive difference. But I would also say it's the people. It's the people who work with us at Yes Cinema and our customers. We have wonderful folks who take a lot of pride in working at the theater and making the customer experience so positive. And we've got just great, great staff who have been with us for the short term and longer term. And then customers who come back time after time and ones who walk in and say, oh my gosh, this is such a great experience. So bringing people those experiences, like you said, when you were able to take your girlfriend and help her understand how much fun, going to the movies all the time is, for us to be able to provide those opportunities for families and individuals is great. It's wonderful. To see a child go to their very first movie is so exciting.
But our business model has always been, Yes Cinema is more than a movie theater. So we have catering, our own catering, which we have catered for groups as high as 800 people before, 400 people recently for one of the local banks. So we have great catering. We have great event space. So it's Yes Cinema and Conference Center. So Yes Cinema, if you want to watch, and we also have a place called the Den, which is a small area enclosed. It has theater chairs and a 100-inch TV.
Reclining theater chairs.
Yeah, reclining theater chairs, and it's the best place to watch a sporting event. We also have the Kelsey Center, which is a great place to have a sit-down dinner and watch a movie, an old classic, or again, a sporting event or something. But we also do concerts. We've got several concerts that are scheduled. And our comedy shows are the best. And people for years and years and years have been coming to our New Year's Eve comedy show because it's about the hottest ticket in town. So yeah, we do a lot.
I saw you guys have a lot of comedians, it seems like, come down.
Mm-hmm.
How do you select them exactly?
They have to be really good. They have to have name recognition because the way we do it, we split the ticket prices with them. And so they got skin in the game. So they understand that their name has to, it has to be out there for folks to get inspired to come and see them. So we have all Bob and Tom guys. If they've not, if they haven't had Bob and Tom exposure, we usually don't.
We've been really fortunate that the Bob and Tom show has really helped us bring some or introduce us to some really good comedians, and then we also get referrals from those comedians. Like they might say, hey, by the way, so and so is a really good guy, and or woman, and we think that they would have a really good show here. And we kind of know what the audiences might like too. You have to get to know your customers, and we like to hear from our customers, and we always want to know what their preferences are.
That makes sense. What would you guys say? What would you guys like to see Yes Cinema grow to? Or do you think that it's good where it's at currently?
I think we'd like to see more screens. I think we'd like to have some additional screens because, as we were talking about, being a twin, we're limited in how much we can show, and we would love to show, more blockbusters, more independent films, have a variety of programming going on. So we'd like to add more screens. The downtown is undergoing, quite a visioning process, and we are very, pleased and flattered that they have asked us to be part of that visioning process. And we hope that the community realizes that we're a cornerstone in the downtown entertainment district. We bring over 70,000 people downtown each year that come through our doors.
That number's increased.
And so for movies. And so, we see that as growing, and we want to be able to show more films and have more versatility in our facility to program more.
If we had 4 screens, 4 screens, 4 or 5 screens would be ideal. More than that is a little bit too much. Yeah, excuse me. If we had 4 or 5 really nice screens and with various seating capacity, it would be ideal. So that way you could have, if you wanted to have a live show of some kind, you could, and then you don't miss out on movies. There's usually, at any one time, there's not usually more than 4 or 5 movies that people would really, truly want to see. Um, so if you have that, then that would be great. And I think that's what I would like to see, so.
Right. Also, while a little bit ago you said that you thought streaming wasn't great for this industry. And then it's interesting that you say that because you see big companies kind of like Disney complain about their movies not really making money while they also release it
Right.
for streaming, and it doesn't make any sense.
The movies that oftentimes go to streaming too quickly, and people are willing, again, because of COVID and so forth, they're willing to just wait. Um, you know, I don't know. It's a problem for sure. Um, and yet we both have streaming. I'm sure everybody has streaming. It's a convenient thing, and it's really good. The streaming industry has, I think, some are better than others, of course, but they put out quality stuff. You know, they put out TV shows. Now, I can't even tell you the last time I've watched a network uh, TV program. They have series, I'm sure, still on, but I don't watch them because, you know, Netflix has really good ones, and all the other, you know, I'm trying to think of
YouTube TV.
well, and Apple has, both have great series. So I just don't I don't watch the network series anymore. So
My mom and dad, I think they're like the last few that still mess with cable because they watch Game Show Network nonstop. And it's like the Super Bowl every night in the house.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
It's wild.
That's funny.
you know, if we were talking earlier about her niece watching Andy Griffith's show, it's still a classic.
Yeah.
You know, and
Still
lots
on TV. That's where she saw it.
lots of folks watch that along with some of the more contemporary sitcoms, but it's hard to beat Andy Griffith. So,
Right. What else do you think Yes Cinema could do for the community? Like, I know that you said that you provide all that. Like, is there something that you think that you guys could do that you haven't done yet that you guys are wanting to do?
I think just continuing to provide opportunities for folks to get out of the house, come down, enjoy some form of entertainment is one of the things that we strive to do. You know, that's why we're getting and doing a little bit more of the concerts and so forth. Um, it's to promote. We love promoting local filmmakers. We have an international film festival that we hold every year, but we also like showing the film festivals for local groups and so forth. And just like we got some great entertainers that are local entertainers and so forth, and so we like to give them an opportunity to perform as well, so lots of folks can see them.
That's awesome. Yeah. I really like that. Let me think. Is there anything
Can we pause right there for a second? Because I got a cough. There was a water fountain. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, so we're back. You just kept recording.
Yeah, I kept. Yeah, that's all right.
We talked about you while you're gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I actually learned more about the three daughters.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever, it's funny that you say that about your niece though, because whenever I went, I was kind of like that. I remember seeing Batman. It was Batman Begins.
Oh.
And it was whenever his mom and his dad get shot in the alley. But that's not a spoiler alert, because this is
right,
now 20 years or more.
Sure.
I remember I freaked out, and my grandma was like, "Calm down," and my mom was like, "We gotta go. He's losing it."
Yeah.
And my grandma was so mad.
How old were you?
I was at least, I don't know when that came out. I was probably 5 or 6.
That was with Toby. Was it? Who was? No, Batman was.
Michael Keaton then?
It wasn't Michael. It wasn't Michael Keaton.
I was thinking that.
I can't remember what his name was.
Well, see, Batman, one, there were some terrible Batmans. You know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, one, with.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
But that was, we were on a Yankee trip and went to see that, Chuck and Dan and all of us and so forth.
Be careful, you're being recorded.
We ended up walking out because that one was horrible. I forget who Batman was in that one, but,
I think it was George Clooney.
Freeze, something Freeze, wasn't it?
I remember that Arnold
It was
in
George
that.
Clooney. It was terrible. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're not gonna get that movie.
No. That has to be the lowest rated Batman ever. I'm going to check that as soon as we leave here. But,
Yeah, so my girlfriend, her favorite movies were always like horror movies, and she really liked Coraline a lot. And I know Coraline never came back, ended up like breaking records and whatever.
Oh my gosh. Randy's daughter loves
my
horror
daughter,
flicks.
yeah,
I think it goes
she's
back to
Diane's age. She'd rather watch horror movies than anything else.
I think it goes back to you letting her watch The Exorcist when she was itty bitty. That just planted
Well,
the
it was
seed in her.
when we went to Ohio and for a Social Security thing that Linda, had, and she stayed up unbeknownst to us watching Hatchet for a Honeymoon. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
She was a little girl, so yeah, she seems to be normal for the most part, though. Yeah.
So what else do these other organizations do? I know that you said that they help employ people that struggle with employment. What else do they do?
Oh, like the programming at Lincoln Central Neighborhood Center? So
I didn't know you guys did all that.
Sure, yeah. So we have about 30 programs that are in collaboration with other agencies, individuals, groups in town. And so Randy mentioned several of those. We also do auto maintenance clinics with St. Peter's Lutheran Church, where people can come and get their vehicles worked on for minor repairs, oil changes, things like that. We work with different organizations to provide, like, we have our Easter egg hunt coming up for Easter, and we've got our
Christmas assistance
program called Angels of Love. And anytime you're at Yes Cinema, the tip jars there go into supporting Angels of Love, which provides Christmas gifts to around 750 children annually. And it's a huge undertaking, but it's a partnership with St. Peter's Lutheran Church in Cummins, who helped us provide that. And then we're also part of the Bartholomew County School Supply Assistance Program, and we work with one of our neighborhood churches to provide sack lunches to kids when they're off on school breaks. We provide hygiene and cleaning products for our neighbors in our downtown neighborhood. When you're a household that is trying to prioritize your bills and what you can afford to pay right then, if you have to make a choice, if you're going to pay your lights or rent or you're going to buy shampoo, you're going to obviously pick those lights and rent. And so we try to help supplement those kinds of things by giving out cleaning supplies and hygiene kits to families in our neighborhood as well. So again, we've got over 30 programs that we provide in collaboration always with other groups. We're not out to duplicate what's there, but to bring it to our neighborhoods and to help them in the best way possible. The largest thing that we do is advocacy, and that's those everyday things that people might have a stumbling block dealing with an organization or business, or maybe they don't know where to turn when they need assistance for a particular issue, or trying to help settle disputes between neighbors. All those little pieces of advocacy are the things that we do on a daily basis to try to help people navigate the bumps in the road.
The good thing about that, about Lincoln Central, is that we are governed by a board of directors. 60% of that composition lives in the Lincoln Central neighborhood. So the decisions that are made about the neighborhood are made by the folks who live there, people who have the most to lose or gain by the decisions made. So we're very proud of that. I think we're probably the only organization that has a board composition like that. So.
So it's like locally ran.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes. Those who have the most to lose or gain by the decisions that are being made are those living right there in the neighborhood and most affected by them.
Right. And that's usually how the best decisions are made.
Absolutely. Yes. We're honored to be able to work for our neighbors. They're wonderful people.
Right. So what else would you guys say? I don't know much about all that. I didn't know that you guys did all that. I think
But see, it's great that you had us on so that we can learn about each other.
Right. I think that's super interesting that you guys.
There always has to be a bigger picture. You know, to have a movie theater would be great, so forth, but to have a movie theater that adds to the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is to try to create a greater quality of life for folks. The Bartholomew County Works program. We take people who have struggled to hold jobs, take people who have, you know, been on assistance of some kind, and we train them so that they can be productive employees, and then eventually they are able to break that cycle of poverty and so forth for the next generation to have a better quality of life. That's what it's all about. So the big picture is what Yes Cinema provides to. Everything is kind of on the assembly line, headed toward a greater, better life for the folks that we serve.
It's why, you know, our catchphrase at Yes Cinema is we are a cinema with a cause. And we can't be that cause without, you know, the wonderful community and customers supporting us and doing good for others. So every time somebody goes to Yes Cinema, every dollar they are spending, they can take pride in knowing that the profits from that are going back into helping people right here in their own backyard.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you guys do that for the community.
Well, thank you for helping us spread the word about that.
So again, no outside food and drinks, and buy concessions. Even if it hurts a little bit, it's for a good cause, right?
And we should also, while we're talking about our concessions, you know, we have great popcorn, candy, hot dogs, slushies, Zaharako's ice cream. We also serve beer and wine. So anytime folks come to the movies, they can have beer or wine as well to enjoy in the theater.
When did beer and wine become something at the theater?
Well, for us, it happened, what, 10, 15 years ago, probably? Yeah.
Just seems like a natural thing, really. I mean, if you like watching movies in your living room, then let Yes Cinema be your living room.
And we also, I mean, we carry all of the mainstreams, but we also are very pleased to be able to spotlight and carry some local breweries as well. And so it's just another way for us to support our fellow businesses. We're always looking for ways. We partner a lot with a lot of the businesses downtown and want to support each other in the best way that we can.
Right. We sell Swanzig's beer, and I think we're getting ready to do some Hog Molly beers as well, starting soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't ever remember that being in the theater as like a little boy. I never do remember.
Yeah, I don't think I think Randy's right. I think it has just been more of a recent
bigger
development.
cities, you see it some, but in little local communities, you don't see it as much. So.
Right. I thought we were a big city, and then I went to New York City.
Right.
And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I live in a town.
Right. Indianapolis looks like a town compared to New York City.
Yeah. So I do have a question. What is your guys' top three movies? Like just your personal preference.
Yeah. Okay, so mine are very chick flicky. Okay. So I already said Hoosiers, which I love the movie Hoosiers. I mean, I grew up in a family that loves watching, you know, college basketball and high school basketball, and so Hoosiers. White Christmas, you know, another one of my favorites, tear jerking. And then I would have to say my third is a tie between Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. Again, I'm a chick flick girl. A rom-com chick flick.
Well, I like, I mean, it'd be hard for me to narrow it down to three, but Hoosiers would be way up there as well. But for me, but I would say movies I enjoy watching over and over again. Deja Vu with, have you seen that?
I have not seen that.
Denzel Washington, a movie called Frequency, which is a great movie as well. There's a little bit of time travel kind of things in both of those movies. And see, there was another one I was going to mention. But I like thrillers, you know, things that keep you kind of on the edge of your seat and so forth. So, but those three, those two combined with Hoosiers are probably three of my favorite movies that I could watch continually and have. So.
Well, how would you answer it?
Oh man.
I know. See, we're gonna put you on the spot also.
It's hard.
I really like Star Wars.
Mhm.
I haven't been a super
Good
big
one.
fan of their newer stuff though. I'm hopeful for the one coming out in May.
Mm-hmm.
The older Star Wars movies are the best.
They
Yeah.
are. They are.
In my opinion. So.
Well, so that's why I was excited whenever you guys got Revenge of the Sith last year, because I remember watching it. I was in, I think, first grade, and so it was very weird just seeing it again. It was nice. Took me back to seeing it as a kid. I made my dad go,
Oh, that's neat.
and my dad doesn't like going to the theater at all, so I had to pay for it and be like, "You're going."
He tolerated it. Did he like it afterwards?
He did. I mean, I went with him to begin with 20 years ago, so I knew he would like it. It was just getting him to go. I like that a lot. Let me see. I like the Saw franchise.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that series. And then third.
Diane, you probably don't want to take him up on an invitation to dinner at his home.
Let's see.
And if people don't know why that's funny, they need to watch the Saw series. Yeah. Okay. And if you can't pick, you can't pick. I mean, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to figure it out. Yeah.
I like Will Ferrell a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about him.
Oh yeah. Very funny.
I like Step Brothers.
Oh, that was a good one. Definitely.
Adam Sandler has some funny things as well.
You get a laugh a lot, these days, and so to me, comedies are wonderful because they give us such a release.
What's coming out soon? I think it's 40 year maybe is Something About Mary. Remember that?
Oh, that's not a 40 year.
Maybe it's a 25.
I hope.
Whatever it is. But it's
an anniversary re-release.
40 years, 40-year virgin, 40-year-old virgin. That was really funny too.
There's been a lot of really great, but yeah.
Is that one getting re-released too?
I don't know if that one is. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
That one is really funny.
And the outtakes of when he's getting the hair ripped.
Oh my gosh. That's one of the funniest outtakes ever.
But when they were actually filming, is his reaction, his real reaction, because he did not go through any rehearsal with that because it's so painful. So when he is screaming and yelling at her, calling her names and so forth, that's his natural reaction. And that's why you see all the actors just burst out laughing because and it's honestly, truly, it's classic to see his reaction to getting, what do you call that process?
Waxing.
Yeah, waxing.
Steve Carell is getting his chest waxed.
Steve Carell is hairy as hell anyway, so pulling it out like that is just amazing.
I didn't know that was real. I thought that was all fake.
No, it's real.
Oh man, I didn't know that, so that's also cool.
You get on YouTube, you can actually see, it tells a little bit more about it and so forth. But,
and I think it's also on IMDb. We love looking up movies on IMDb and learning the little facts and stuff. And I think that might have been one of the first places where I learned that it was, a real moment right there in what he underwent.
Do you guys think it's interesting that they're starting to make video games into movies?
Absolutely, because I think they're listening to their customer base. They're knowing that the customer base is changing, as people are aging. Those who have liked a certain genre, film aren't always going to be around, and they know that video games are hot and people like seeing them. And I think it's an opportunity for multiple generations to go to movies together when it's about a video game.
I know Markiplier. Do you guys know who Markiplier is?
I think so.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
Yes, he just came out with the movie that he was promoting. Remember, we talked to Matt about it. We did not show it. Did it end up doing okay? I heard the reviews for it were not great.
It made $30 million.
Oh, did it really?
Its opening weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it ended up staying in the theater for about a month.
Oh, good.
It did really good.
See, that's another thing, because now it's coming back to me that you said that, because we had talked with our booker about that, and it's another one of those situations where we are limited. That would have been a film we would have loved to have shown, but we only had 2 screens. We didn't have enough room. So
I think it was called Iron Lung.
Yes, it was. It's exactly.
Yeah, I went and saw that with my girlfriend, and that one was wild.
Was the acting, because was he in it himself? Was he?
Yeah, he's
right.
basically the only one in it.
Is that right?
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's an interesting plot right there to watch.
Yeah, so I didn't know what it was about. It's basically he's in this ocean of blood, and they spend a lot of money on fake blood.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, it's an incredible concept, and to make that much money.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, and this guy's got an amazing following, right?
Yeah, he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Wow.
And he got it approved through the company that made the game. He was talking about saying, "You guys need to make this a movie," and they were like, "Okay, do it."
And so he was probably a major producer for it, wasn't he?
He wrote it.
Yeah.
He produced it. He self-funded it.
Wow.
And certainly made his money back.
Yeah, and he ended up giving, like you said earlier, the movie theater, the way the tickets all work.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he ended up giving bonuses out to his cast and crew.
Oh, that's so nice.
I was going to ask you something about that. So, what was it? Something triggered the thought. I'll say. So, is he planning additional?
I don't know. So I think it was just kind of a like shot in the dark, and then it just happened to have worked out.
I can't believe how he marketed that thing to get to where, because he was doing this all on his own to reach out to all these theaters. I mean, it trickled all the way down to Yes Cinema, and it wasn't just the big major theaters. Although I think a lot of the metro, or not the Metroplex, but the Cineplexes picked it up and showed it. So, I mean, I don't know how he did it. It's amazing to me. How old a guy is he?
I don't think he's that old. I think he's about 35 to 45.
Really? Wow.
I think he's in that region. He's been doing YouTube for a very long time though. And so he had a giant following. I think he's got a few million subscribers on there. And so then everyone was like, "Okay, let's go."
What's his format? What's he normally talk about?
He doesn't really talk. He just plays video games.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
The first video I saw him was 10 years ago, and it was him playing a game. The video is called Biggest Rage Ever, and he was playing a video game badly, and he was losing it.
Oh my gosh.
It was very funny.
A lot of profanity.
Yeah.
I figured probably that.
It was very funny. He was like, "This game is so broken. Why did you guys put me through this?" And then I know he used to do a lot of it was like thriller games. And it would just jump out and scare him. And he also, I don't think, really liked scary things. It was funny.
You know, at some point, I don't play video games, but at some point, that is going to be even more incredible than it is, because the folks, the animated people that they're using are becoming more and more and more lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
That you may not even see an actor. It all might be computer generated in the future. So, I mean, I think that's one of the things that scares Hollywood the most, is using AI instead of real actors.
Well, Bruce Willis sold his likeness so that you could keep casting him in movies.
Right. Yeah.
And I know Howie Mandel is super involved in that
Matthew
too.
McConaughey, I think, has done that as well.
Yeah, I don't get all that, because
Mm-hmm.
it seems like that is kind of signaling the end for newer actors to come in, and so that's kind of sad. I think it's also interesting that they are starting to move forward with video game TV shows, but then they drop the ball so heavily with some of them, like that are cultural hits. Like they did the Halo show, and that one just bombed. It just was not good at all, and they lost the fan base kind of. And it's weird how it all works. It's real hit or miss.
You know, I've forgotten to talk about this earlier, but we've actually had folks rent the theater to play video tournaments. And so they actually played them on the big screen, and they competed with each other and so forth. And the gamers absolutely loved that because you can do pretty much everything wirelessly. So there wasn't a whole big complicated setup with it. And so we've done that on 2 or 3 different occasions.
That's awesome that you guys did that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys also had a thing where you allowed businesses to promote themselves during the trailers.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up with the advertising. Yes, because there are opportunities for people to, be advertisers at Yes Cinema, and we have 3 different packages. No, 4. Sorry, 4 different packages available for groups to purchase and advertise. Whatever they want. And again, we have tens of thousands of customers that are just sitting there staring at a screen waiting for the movie to start. So you have a really great captive audience to share your message.
Yeah, I told my friends they should do it. I've got a lot of friends that are tattoo artists. They've been on this, and they were always like, I don't know about that. I don't know how that would work. I'm like,
well, we have an advertising team, so if they or any of your viewers are interested, they can reach out to a member of our staff or contact us at yescinema.org, and we've got a marketing team that would be happy to work with them and help them make their product exactly how they want it to look on the big screen. It looks really, really great. I mean, as you said, you've seen it before, so the quality that is put out is high quality.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that there's great messages going out, and so the marketing team ensures that.
It's a captive audience. It's a great way to advertise. It's worth every penny you pay. You'll get it back 2 or 3-fold. So
that's a good audience to have too, a captive one.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to get up and leave. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You're paid to be there.
Right.
Well, that's awesome. What would you guys like to plug? Like, is there anything you guys would like to plug or promote?
Well, thank you. I mean, we've got a number of things coming up that we're excited about. Randy referenced we have a couple of concerts coming. There's going to be a tribute to Bob Dylan coming in May. Also, the Three Beard Strummen are doing a concert to benefit Lincoln Central Neighborhood Center as well. We have our catering staff is going to do a breakfast benefit for Angels of Love, our Christmas gift assistance program, on April the 10th. So there's always really fun special events going on at the cinema, and you can learn more at yescinema.org or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We've got all information out on that as well. In addition to then all of the great movies that we have coming, because we are getting into the sweet part of the season, for films. And so spring and summer are big films that people aren't going to want to miss. And then, as Randy referenced, our film festival. So we'll go from the summer into the film festival, and then for the holidays, we know there's lots of great films coming, and we just encourage people to come out and support Yes Cinema, because you're not supporting us, you're supporting your whole community.
One of the best ways to do it, and Diane can maybe share on what's the process for it, but join up with our newsletter. Mm-hmm. We have a monthly newsletter that goes out, and it keeps you very informed. What's that?
A weekly newsletter.
I'm sorry, a weekly newsletter, yes. And so try to figure out how to get on that. How do they?
Yeah, so you can do that through our website. If you go to yescinema.org, there's a way to subscribe to the weekly newsletter, and it tells you all of the movies for that week, and then also everything from the events to advertising and more that you can learn about, and even things downtown. We try to promote some other things downtown as well. So you can do it that way, or you can, sometime when you're at the cinema, just slip them your email address, and we'll make sure to get folks added.
You're definitely going to want to attend that breakfast that she's talking about. It's going to be some of your favorite breakfast foods available, including biscuits and gravy and so forth, prepared by our wonderful staff at Yes Cinema Catering. And again, that's on the
April the 10th.
April the 10th. So, and it's going to be on a Friday morning, April 10th. You definitely want to be there for that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being a part of this, guys.
Well,
thank you so much for having us.
No problem.